Hello, welcome to DIY Man Cave. Got a little trick for you today. Self-watering buckets. You might live in a place where you can't put your plants in the ground. It's too hot. Been too hot here in Illinois even last summer and this summer. We got 6 tomato plants there, which are gonna go in the ground here. Last year I utilized these buckets because I didn't have time to rototill the ground, and they worked out really good. And it's a little tip. I've had a conversation earlier with some friends on Facebook that I talked about, plants. It was too hot. They live in more south than me. Illinois is usually not the hottest place, but lately it's been pretty bad last 2 summers. So this is what we devised. I actually stole this idea from a friend of mine. And all you need 2 buckets, 2 5-gallon buckets. You want a piece of PVC pipe, and you want a little net pot. You could use some kind of strainer or something. It really doesn't matter. And you got an outside bucket here that you want to leave plain. You could drill an overflow in that green bucket if you want. I didn't do that. I kind of just left it as it was. Then you want to take this second bucket. You want to take a what do they call that? Roto tool. You can cut a hole, and you want to make a 2-3 inch hole. And then you want to just make another hole. Second hole, the smaller hole, doesn't matter which size. You're going to stick a piece of PVC in there. So whatever size you have of that, you can get. Pretty simple. Once you get a net pot or your strainer, you can stick it in that hole. And you want to take PVC pipe, which will be held up by the dirt. This will be your pot to grow in, and the dirt will hold that up. You're going to pour the water in this pipe, and it's always going to feed through that net pot. And of course you'll have to check that, but I mean, you might be able to get it at least a few days, depends on how hot it is, to a week. You still want to check your plants. If you don't have time to check your plants, you probably don't even want to be growing plants. At least want to have time to be able to look at them. I know everyone's busy. We don't always have time to water them. Not always available to water them, especially if they need to be watered 2-3 times a day. We all work and stuff like that. So this is a good way to go about it. I'm going to put my plants in the ground this year, which should be fine. But if you don't have ground, you're just growing on a balcony, or you just got a patio, this is the best way to go about it. You can usually get these buckets from restaurants. You could buy them at Menards. I happen to get these buckets from a restaurant in LaGrange called the Palmer Place. Shout out to them. They get so many together, they throw them out. And I was snagging them out of the garbage until I got as many as I needed. I probably got about 20 of them. So that's that on the self-watering buckets. Take what you can get out of it. Peace.